Yo, I thought he was fast, he was slow.
Teofimo Lopez versus Shakur Stevenson, The Ring 6, January 31st. Click the link in the bio to buy now and get 5% off the pay-per-view when you enter this code at checkout.
Andre, what you think, man?
Good fight, man. Here comes the champ. Round of applause, ladies and gentlemen. 28 years ago.
For the fight, everyone framed it as an even matchup. Some said it was the old guard holding ground. Others said the next era was ready to take control. But once the fight ended tonight at Madison Square Garden, there was nothing left to argue about. No confusion, no close calls. What unfolded wasn't just a victory, it was a dominant performance that completely broke down the reigning champion.
109 across the board, an 11-1 slaughter that turned one of the sport's most dangerous punchers into a walking punching bag.
Yeah, this is Johnny Boy. Shut that off. This is Johnny Boy at Fight Hype. I'm here with Coach Wally Moses. Talk to me about Shakur's performance. How excited and happy you are about this performance?
Man, I'm very excited. You know, I said this was another legacy fight for him, and
Absolutely.
he got a chance to, establish his legacy once again, winning another title at 140 pounds. So I'm very enthusiastic about his future and very proud of it.
4 weeks before the fight, unsettling rumors dominated the buildup, with talk of failed tests, concerns about Teofimo Lopez's unstable mindset, and strange discussions involving death and conspiracies casting a shadow over the event, leaving fans questioning whether he was mentally prepared to compete. But tonight delivered a clear answer as what was expected to be a fierce battle turned.
A word to describe what Shakur Stevenson did tonight to Teofimo Lopez. Shakur Stevenson absolutely made Teofimo Lopez tonight look like a complete amateur. Teofimo Lopez looked like anything but a 2-division world champion. He looked like a complete amateur tonight. Shakur Stevenson made Teofimo Lopez look like a complete amateur tonight. He won one round, the first round. After the first round, Teofimo Lopez didn't win another single
that made the so-called takeover look completely drained. And if anyone believed they already understood Shakur Stevenson's level, this performance proved otherwise. While the idea that Lopez could always rely on power collapsed in front of him. As the crowd's energy vanished the moment the opening bell rang, and Stevenson immediately broke tradition by fighting with total comfort, standing his ground, firing a sharp jab that acted like a barrier, frustrating Lopez within minutes as he lunged forward, searching for a fight-changing counter, only to repeatedly miss. And by the second round, the outcome was already obvious with Lopez off balance, throwing wild shots that fell short before being walked into a perfectly timed counter hook that sent him down. Ruled a push, but loud enough to silence the arena, where stunned supporters watched their champion slowly dismantled by a clean, precise 1-2 combination.
It was an amazing night. I put the work in. I stayed disciplined throughout my camp. I was in tremendous shape, and T.O., he's a hell of a fighter, but I was the better man tonight.
Guys, just raise your hands, please, and the microphone will be brought to you. Thank you.
Well, congratulations, man. Great performance, obviously. Did you feel at some point that you demoralized him and he was just kind of trying to get to the finish line?
Yeah, I definitely did. I feel like he's a fighter, so he tried to fight back. But yeah, I picked him apart. In the second round, I want to say that I told my corner, I said, I'm stronger than he is.
Did you feel like you hurt him at any point in the fight?
Yeah, for sure. I hurt him a couple times. My jab, my left hand to the body, my left hand up top. put on a great show tonight.
Obviously, a great performance against your best opponent. Any disappointment that you didn't stop him? Because you said even during the fight you wanted to stop him.
No, there's no disappointment. It's boxing at the end of the day. I seen him go out there, and when I was about to stop him, he started fighting back a little bit. So, respect to him. He's a sharp fighter. He got a lot of knowledge.
As the fight reached the middle rounds, the gap between the two fighters grew uncomfortable to watch, turning what once felt competitive into something close to humiliating. And the label of being dull that had followed Shocker Stevenson for years completely disappeared between rounds. 4 and 6, as he wasn't just winning exchanges, but visibly damaging Lopez, starting in the 4th, when a heavy left to the body followed by a sharp right upstairs nearly sent Lopez down, drawing a collective gasp from the New York crowd as he barely stayed on his feet, while the punishment began to leave clear marks with a deep cut forming on his face and his left eye swelling shut. Undeniable evidence of the relentless jab he had absorbed all night, and by the 6th round, the tone shifted even further when Stevenson realized there was no real threat coming back and chose to stand his ground, firing a crisp double jab and multiple clean counter rights that snapped Lopez's head back again and again, eventually walking him into another clean 2-punch. A sequence that dropped him to the canvas. Officially ruled a slip despite replays showing clear impact, as the champion unraveled, throwing desperate shots without accuracy while Stevenson calmly broke him down, treating him less like a rival and more like a stationary target.
Shakur has cemented himself as a Hall of Famer. He's now a 4-division world champion. He is Olympic silver medalist. Should have been a gold medalist because I thought he beat Robson Casasio. Robisi Ramirez. And he's a super featherweight unified champion. He's now a 4-division champion. He's 25 wins, no loss, no draw. 11 wins by way of knockout. He's pound for pound top 5. Shakur Stevenson proved that he's on another level. He's just on another level.
7th round wrapped up, the action in the corner became almost as revealing as what was happening in the ring, as panic crept into the voice of Teofimo Lopez SR. With no strategic changes, no guidance on controlling space or cutting angles, just raw desperation repeatedly calling for power, which summed up their entire remaining game plan. Because they understood they were being beaten everywhere that mattered speed, timing, and range. The only thing left to hope for was a single, unlikely punch that could save the night.
Like, why?
Why? I think that I studied them. I've been watching them for years. I seen T.O. when we was in the amateurs. Everything that I seen was there tonight. Like the things that I kind of saw on tape and on film, it was all in front of me tonight. And there is benefits from watching tape.
Raw strength means nothing when it never finds its target, and the numbers painted a brutal picture. Through 7 rounds, Stevenson had connected with power shots at a 3-3 TO-18. Advantage over the man known for knockout force. A stat that said everything on its own, showing the so-called defensive boxer landing almost twice the heavy blows, while Lopez's body language told the rest of the story as he looked drained, attempting to push forward and briefly trap Stevenson along the ropes late in the 7th, only for Shocker to already be gone each time, sliding off at an angle and leaving behind a sharp jab as a reminder of the gap between them.
That's a good right hand to the body, right there on the inside, but I love the physicality by Shakur on the inside as well. Yeah, rough that bitch up. Yeah. That's what I'm talking about. Rub that bitch up. Yeah, I hope they got the bananas ready. I hope they got the bananas. Shakur better throw them fucking bananas. Throw them bananas at his ass. Yeah, I try to tell y'all. Hey, I tried to tell you. Yeah. Oh yeah.
The 8th round stood out as the one unexpected twist, because for those 3 minutes, it finally looked like the old version of Teofimo Lopez had resurfaced, as he abandoned the head-only attack and dug a heavy left hook into the body that briefly stalled Stevenson in place, then quickly followed with a tight shot upstairs before sneaking a right hand through Shocker's guard, marking the cleanest and most effective punch Lopez landed all night. Interview 7 for the first time all night. Stevenson was forced to take a step backward, and Lopez closed the round with a light flurry that did just enough to sway the judges, giving him a narrow 10-9 edge that would end up being his only round of success. But in retrospect, that moment was almost cruel, because it sparked hope in the arena that a turnaround was coming, when in reality, it only stirred something dangerous as Stevenson returned for the 9th, not with concern, but with irritation. Bothered that he had allowed even a brief slip, and while the opening half of the fight felt like a technical seminar, the later rounds became a mental breakdown, with Shocker stepping out smiling, fully aware the fight was already decided and choosing to enjoy himself. Immediately crushing any momentum Lopez tried to carry over with a perfectly timed right hand counter, and every attempt to get close afterward was punished by a thudding left or a draining body shot that steadily emptied what little energy Lopez had.
Let's start with the fight. Listen, Shakur won emphatically, 119, I think, to 109 with the scorecard, so basically like 11 rounds to 1. What did you think about the outcome and the fact that he was able to win so dominantly?
One, shout out to New York. The true Bruce Carrington, he's world champion now, so proud of him.
Fact.
Been watching him fight the undercards and all this stuff forever, and to see him become a world champion tonight, I was bawling, I was crying, yo. So shout out to him. He shine every time he come out, to see his story, see how much he done overcame everything. Now he get his 12th round knockout, looking good against Jermaine Ortiz. Wonderful. Now we got the main event with Shakur, and I knew that was gonna happen. Everybody be talking all that rah to me. I know boxing, and like I told y'all, we was gonna see a little bit of athleticism, but we was gonna see Shakur be using his jab, going to the body, and we saw blood today. Shakur did great today. Only thing I can ask for is a stoppage. I can't ask for nothing else.
What did you think about, obviously, T.O.'s eye? He never seemed to be able to get into it at all. Is that kind of like the experience you had?
He won a round or two, maybe, but that's it. Shakur too dominant. He was able to hit him clean first round, able to avoid shots. Shakur is just on his A game. He's sharper, he's stronger, he's better, and now he's a 4-division world champion. I'm so proud of him.
The final verdict was announced. It came as little surprise, 119 to 109. Nearly a shutout. But the significance of this fight stretches far beyond the numbers, because it wasn't merely a defeat for Teofimo Lopez. It was a harsh revelation of his limits, showing that after all the hype, theatrics, and takeover branding, he was outclassed by a fighter who simply mastered the craft of boxing at a level Lopez couldn't match.
Shakur Stevenson just ended Teofimo Lopez's career. Shakur Stevenson just made a 2-time lineal champion look like a complete amateur. T.O.'s footwork was trash and disgusting.
A 2-pack of ass. That shit stinks.
T.O.'s combination punching was trash and disgusting.
A 2-pack of ass. That shit stinks.
Shakur Stevenson is a defensive wizard. The man's IQ on the offensive end of the game of boxing is at another level. This man, Shakur Stevenson, is a generational talent, and he whooped that man T.O. from pillar to post a pillar, and he could have stopped him. This looked just like Floyd Mayweather versus Arturo Gatti, and I told y'all this how it's going to look. That man Shakur Stevenson is at another type of level, and that's bad karma for Tio for saying all that racist stuff. Lord child, congratulations Shakur Stevenson.
So now the question looms. Where does Teofimo Lopez go from here, especially with the swirling rumors about his mental state and past hints at retirement? A defeat this decisive could be the tipping point, leaving fans to wonder if he can mount a comeback horror if tonight marked the definitive end of the so-called.
I'm not speaking you. Let's make it happen. 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 We don't even like keep talking. Let's make it happen. Okay? Teddy, I want him. We're ready. He's food. He's food. I got him. Okay?
For Stevenson, the story is entirely different. Shut down, the critics dominated a champion and did it all with a smile. The question now is, who at 135 or 140 pounds can even challenge him? Conor Benn seems like a possible next test. But we want to hear from you, Do. You think this marks the end of the road for Teofimo Lopez? Or can he recover from a defeat like this? That wraps up today's video. If you enjoyed it, hit the like button, subscribe, and tap the bell so you never miss our future videos. And don't forget to drop your thoughts in the comments below. Stay tuned, and we'll see you in the next one.